bill! Kill the 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 bill!
We're protesting the Liberal event here at the Maharaja Banquet Hall because of Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party's support for Bill C-51.
There's a very big difference between legitimate security issues when it comes to, we recognize that there's a need for national security, but when you're doing it on the backs of civil rights, then it definitely becomes an issue for us.
I'm here to see you guys and say hello to you and welcome you.
Yeah, thank you.
We don't feel welcome. I don't feel welcome.
Do you guys want to come inside?
No.
Not particularly, no.
Is there anything else we can do to make?
Could you explain how the Liberals would change Bill C-51?
Well, you know, we went very up front with this legislation. There are some good provisions in the legislation that will enhance public safety and security of Canadians, but there are problems with the legislation such as a lack of oversight, the definition of what defines a terrorist, and also the transparency and accountability. And so we are committed to amending the legislation if we get into power. I love, we live in a democratic society. I am here to welcome the people, and I hope that people will be open and honest with the discussion, and we have no problems. So we welcome people to here, but we are committed to the safety and security of Canadians, along with protecting the personal liberties of Canadians. Yep. How are you?
We don't like this.
That's okay.
C-51! 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 Kills right! C-51! Kills right! C-51! Bolo bhai! C-51! 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 No good! 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 Kill the bill! 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 Kill the bill!
Because we have to have a balance between collective rights and security. That's where we got involved.
Just a second, that's ridiculous.
Didn't we already have that?
No, well, look, we didn't have tighten up restrictions on no-fly lists, and what the Conservatives were going to do is make sure that any protest like this would have been considered unlawful and would have been considered terrorism. And we got in and made changes to the law at committee to make sure that this could continue. And if you believe that Canada is a compromise, and if you believe that sometimes in government you have to compromise to move forward, that's what we did.
Really? Compromise with who?
Yeah.
With Harper?
It's a majority government, you guys.
Then why?
The NDP just left.
You just said you gave up.
The field.
You just said he gave up. He's supporting it.
Look, we had to face this in 2001 when 9/11 happened. We know how hard it is to actually strike that balance.
What did you have to face?
But we had a sunset clause, right?
Just a second.
We had a sunset clause of 5 years, which took place.
What you faced is that you took Canada into Afghanistan.
We said no to Iraq.
Just a second. Just a second.
Yeah.
You took Canada into Afghanistan.
How about Libya?
You implemented security certificates against innocent people. People who still have, not today, have not been charged with anything. Whose lives have been destroyed.
Kills right!
The security
That's why you lost your only
Kills
seat.
right!
We had to make. We had to
No,
tighten
you
up the
did not
laws.
have to do anything. You had to defend the rights of Canadians. That's the only kind of government
And
we're
we are,
interested in.
and that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to make changes to this law
just a
when we're in office.
Oh yeah, fine. So we should just trust you. You know what? We decide
hold
on
us
the. We
accountable.
decide on the. We are. What the hell do you think we're doing here?
I'm here talking. I'm here talking. Listen,
You're
tell me
telling
3 things you want to see change.
Just a second.
Yeah.
You're telling us don't go by what we do, go by what we say.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Should Canadians...
I believe the other way around. I believe I should be judged by my deeds, not my words.
Absolutely.
And so should you.
Should Canadians be able to go overseas and fight for ISIL?
No, but why don't you ask another question? Why don't you ask another question? Okay?
Sorry?
For years, the Liberals were writing over the Conservatives and telling people that the opposition in Syria was terrific, tremendous, democratic, and all of this. And we, people like ourselves, humble Canadians, said, wait a minute. It's rife with people who are terrorists. You supported them in Libya. The Liberal Party supported the invasion of Libya. You allowed ISIS to get all those arms in Libya and all that financing. And now you want to ask us? How about you be responsible for your own bloody actions?
We are
in
responsible.
Afghanistan, in Libya, and you're going to tell us that somehow invading other countries brings peace? Show me which country.
We said in the first deployment...
Afghanistan?
We said no Trudeau! Because there was no Trudeau! We believe in engaging again with the United Nations and with all international organizations to make sure that Canada is actually living up to our...
That was a United Nations operation? Are you kidding? You think we're that naive?
No, I don't think Canadians are naive at all. So,
forget it. How are you?
Yes.
No, good.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Action.
I absolutely agree. We need to make sure.
Agree? Why did you not vote against the bill?
Because there are elements in that bill that keep Canadians safe in a concrete and serious way. And we need to make sure that we're balancing the rights and freedoms with the protections of Canadians.
How can you balance rights and freedoms? Without rights being guaranteed, people can have no security.
Actually, I understand.
So there's no such thing as balancing rights and freedom.
Of course there is. Balancing rights and freedom is what the nature of society is. Balancing it the proper way. Let me give you a concrete example. And I understand your concerns about Mr. Harper, for example, because on the case of Omar Khadr, he has done everything he can to try and keep Omar Khadr behind bars. But our court system and our Charter of Rights and Freedoms has worked very, very hard to make sure that he's actually protected and has released him on bail. So we have a system and a process that works.
The Liberal Party...
I'm not voting against the Charter of Rights.
The bill kills the Charter of Rights.
The bill...
There's two fundamental things wrong with what you're saying.
Yes.
First of all, our rights belong to us as human beings.
Yes, they do.
And they can't be given or taken away. They're not to be balanced.
Do you?
Just a second, they have to be guaranteed.
Yes.
And that's the responsibility of a government. The second thing is that your stand on Omar Khadr, it's very self-serving.
Why is that?
Because first of all, who refused to help Omar in the jails? I mean, we have all seen during the reign of the Liberal government what stand was taken. Number two, how about explaining your stand on security certificates? We fought for years on the question of secret trials and deportations.
Yes.
And now you're putting, and we said at the time that if we don't stop it, in terms of the use of security certificates with non-citizens, that this will be made the law for all citizens, and that's exactly what's happening now. And you voted for it.
I understand your fears and concerns. I absolutely understand what you're talking about, and I understand your position. But you say there is no such thing as balance of security. This is what democracy looks like. You are free to express yourselves. I'm here listening to you, trying to listen to you. That's what it's all about. I understand your concerns, and that's why I am committing to repealing the parts that people are concerned about in C-51. Even Mr. Mulcair hasn't promised that. Even Mr. Mulcair hasn't promised that. We are committed to making that balance between security for Canadians, because Canadians need to be kept safe, and upholding our charter rights and freedoms. And that balance, I understand the concerns that people have. But the biggest concern that we have is making sure that we are protecting Canadians at the same time as we are upholding their rights. Liberals in the past have gotten that balance right. In the years following 9/11, we put forward significant measures that worked. We want a Canada with a better government.
You invaded Afghanistan, you invaded Libya.
And marginalizing citizens.
The NDP voted to invade Libya.
No, we are not NDP. I'm not, don't talk to me about the NDP. Okay. I'm talking about what is actually going on with this bill.
Yes, and I'm talking about what's going on with the government that has lost the understanding that balance is about protecting Canadians' rights and protecting their freedoms at the same time.
Canadians have read
following the lead of the PC.
On the contrary,
on the contrary,
it would have been much easier to sit and say we hate everything that Mr. Harper stands for, because there are so many people out there who are so worried about the direction Mr. Harper has taken this government that would have been an easy position. But the Liberal Party has always understood that we need to protect the security of Canadians and uphold liberties and freedoms. It's the Liberal Party that has done that. It's the Liberal Party that has done that. So what we are saying right now is we will continue to support protecting Canadians through concrete measures that are in there, and we are committed to repealing the parts that are problematic. In any case, I wish you all the best of evening. Thank you very much for sharing with me.
Same as Harper! Same as Harper! Same as Harper! Same as Harper!
No, we
same as Harper! 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 Same as Harper!
This is what democracy looks like.
If I don't own that,
freedom is not ridiculous. It's a human right.
Why do you hate freedom?
Tell me why do you hate freedom, sir? Why do you hate freedom?
Why do you hate freedom?
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
C-50 ban! No good! 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 C-50 ban!